All right, Hero Comics here. Next episode of Hero Comics Transgender Hate Mail, homosexuality, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube. Screen caps of comments that are based on comments I made on YouTube and DeviantArt. That are responsive to comments screen caps of comments that are responsive comments. Excuse me. I made on DeviantArt and a few other things. Trigger warning: if you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click on the video, and go watch something else. If you don't like there's hate speech videos, because there's hate speech videos, speech hate. That's the story. Let's continue on people getting these wrong in these comment sections and. We're getting these wrong there, and he's trying to use Bible verses and basic biology to straighten them out, and I'm going to get to talk about that. Also, it's good to get vaccinated so you can help spread germs. So, I got vaccinated for flu and COVID. It helps my body stronger against them. So, let's go. I hate mail part 23. Let's see here. Let's see, it's the gamer's fault. I quote myself. I quote this stuff in my comment. It's the gamer's fault that our game didn't sell well. Ignore the fact that they decided to make a game that was broken at launch, starred an ugly protagonist, that was basically fanfiction pretending to be a sequel to the games that came out before it. The always online requirement, even for single-player games, is most egregious. It's corporations blatantly ripping customers' ownership right out of the hands of customers, so we never physically own anything ever again. We'll just rent perpetually until the servers are shut down. To those who say only buy physical, that's not a viable option, it's only a viable solution anymore, since the games requires GEP patches, you can even functions start, and has lots of times, the only thing on the disk these days is a code that servers are dedicated to start the download process. The corporate dystopia is real. That's why they stopped getting game things are so cool. Helps out. This alongside Ellen's video on the Funko Pop game is great, and I'm enjoying the videos that are more serious and critical of the industry in the direction it's going in. This, that, and the more personal videos like Mike's recent entry on Flight Simulator and his dad are feeling much like such a wholesome and delightfully fresh approach to the channel while not sacrificing what made it great in the first place. Just love it. Let's get on here. Halo Part 24. Twitch keeps pushing their most valuable assets away. Lol, then wonder why they keep losing revenue. Thumbs up. So it says, maybe the CEO fell down some stairs and hit his head really hard. This theory explains all the dumb decisions Twitch is making. Lol. Always moving one step ahead and falling five. Read more. Thumbs up. Someone says, from what I see, Twitch is like Twitter back then before Elon did a cleanup, full of woke people who prioritize their emotions and ego over what's good in the company. I say, it's the same thing as in gaming. In the gaming industry. The same thing as in the gaming industry. So it says, well, yeah, back then gaming devs or the whole of gaming industry is full of gamers both light and hardcore who prioritize quality with profits. Now they're just using it as a medium to push whatever their agendas or beliefs are. And most even think as their consumers as just walking piggy banks. Think of as the consumers as walking piggy banks. Think of the consumers as just walking piggy banks. Go. Hate Mail Part 12. DEI Hate Mail Part 26. Very Dark says, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'll be continuing my playthrough of the last, this. Echoes of Wisdom. The Legend of Zelda. Echoes of Wisdom. Also, make sure to stop by other gaming and pop culture live streams every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday through 8 p.m. Eastern. And I say to start off with little things like hiding skin, and then they move on to getting rid of breasts and other curves, and eventually get rid of established characters for fanfiction. Don't give them an inch. I say. Angry face emoji. And so if it's not that big of a deal, then why censor it? That's someone else. Changing Toriyama's design is incredibly disrespectful to someone else. And so if a person's job is to try to put extra clothing on tiny behind pixels, they shouldn't have a job to begin with. Someone says, considering Akira Toriyama's art after he passed away for the modern audience is really evil, actually. And so it says, if censoring isn't a big deal, then there's no reason to censor in the first place. That's an issue, too. That game, the Dragon Quest, whatever, the way they did it was they basically were like, let's change how the females and males look, cover them up real nice. But then there's certain items that only work for females and only work for males that are still in there. That still have that issue. You get a certain item and only a female can use it or only a male can use it. So it's like, why bother with censoring them? Why bother messing around with this, changing the game like that? If it's so bad. Yeah, Halo Part 27. So I said, sorry, I might remember what wrong, but wasn't Green Lantern actually a white dude? Thumbs up, I say. Thumbs up. Someone says, this Green Lantern is Jon Stewart, not Hal Jordan. The Green Lantern from Justice League Unlimited. The DC cartoon most Gen Z kids grew up with, meaning Jon Stewart is the Green Lantern we read more. Someone says, Hal Jordan had to leave Earth for a while left Earth undefended, John Stewart was found to have the qualifications to replace Hal. This is back in the very early 1980s. And I say there are two Green Lantern male Lanterns, Hal and John Stewart. There may be more, but there's two of the most popular in my opinion. Sunglass emoji. So here goes. There are actually a lot more. Guy Gardner, Kyle Rayner, Jessica Cruz, the original Green Lantern. Wait for this. They even decided to give the characters power rings as Alan Scott. No, I say also as a boy raised by a woman, I resent that remark. Like I say, light washed. Because basically they're hating on the Green Lantern. The guy playing John Stewart, or Black Green Lantern, they're saying he's too light skinned. He's a black guy, but they say he's too light skinned. They're like, so bad. So the next they're going to complain that it's not green enough. Somebody else, yeah, that's true. So anyone who says they aren't enough is ridiculous. Aren't blank enough is ridiculous. So bad. Yeah, I hit Bill. I say, this is so cute. Someone says, this is bad. Spanish stuff here. Sam's belly and pants look irresistible. Duh. Lincoln should have sat on top with Sam right after she's done with ultrasound checking. Wide-eyed emoji. Stop your attacking LGBT community to someone else. Yay! Will she get bigger or someone else? I think I saw there's plenty of pregnant, belly ultrasound pictures on DeviantArt. So that definitely was a Lincoln one where you had I think it's Sam is a girl that in the canon Lucy, it's Lincoln's sister Lucy likes, but in this picture. They had Lincoln hang out with her, and they're having a baby together. That's what's going on. Some people are very angry about that because it's like a heterosexual relationship for a character that is shown off as gay. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm cool. No, and it's fan art, so they do what they want with their fan art. So yeah, they drew it. That's how it is. Is it a canon ship? No, it's the ship that they wanted. So it's fan art. Go ahead. That's right. Let's see here. DI Hit Part 30. Thank you to see Baby Geek. I'm saving. I'm not cussing. No, this word is not the actual cuss word, but it sounds like it, so I'm not going to say it. Having a boatload of money because of the piss poor games I'm not going to buy. Thank you. 71. I thumbs up. Someone hearted. And I say yes. Let's continue to applaud them for helping us save cash and for helping us recognize when our favorite IPs are replaced with badly written DEI fan fiction. So anything with your eyes closed emoji. Got 2 likes for that. Someone says, exactly. My quest of constant culture helps me offset the cost of living in crisis. I stopped giving money to companies like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Gillette, Ben & Jerry's, stopped shopping in chains, waving poop flags, buying games, so much money saved. Yeah. Several different things like that, the bad flags, the gay flags, the trans flags, yeah. Those are bad news. Let's go. So as the transgender women look like transgender women, and I personally want female characters to look like female characters in my female in my video games. Someone thumbs up. I thumbs up. Dr. Disaster light-hearted it. And so I said, me too. I want real women. And so they look like men then. Thumbs up. So it's I'm sure women who want to have a character that looks like a woman. I'm a guy who plays as a woman in games from time to time, and want my character to look like a woman, not some transgender. Transgender. Yeah. They purposely spaced out transgender. And I say, right on. I don't understand the logic of trying to force more women into games, but to make them look like men. You want men in the game, just put men in the game. Come on, you can do it. You got a big chin, their bulky, curveless body, just put men in the game. Just do it. There you go. That's how Dorito chip, broad shoulders, narrow waist, That's put your men in there. Just do it. Got 7 likes for that. Someone says, Transformers look like Transformers. It's true. Thumbs up. Someone says, why is everyone saying pass to Alan Wake 2 expansion? And I say, Alan Wake 2 is so messed up. I got a like for that. Here goes. It was amazing. Here goes. Alan Wake 2 is a masterpiece. Like I see, maybe a race swap masterpiece. So an epic fail. So an epic fail. Yep. Sorry. So an epic fail. Normally, I agree with you. I hate the virtual signaling political culture that's overtaken films and games. But Saga was well written. She wasn't. She was imposed on the story. She totally was. She fit the narrative very well. No, she didn't. She felt like she belonged. No, she didn't. If you can't see past your own ignorance, yeah, bigger problems. When the lies are told. Yeah. And I say Saga was supposed to be white, and she took over the game. It was some Batman Cape Crusader stuff, angry face emoji. Such a good comment. It got deleted because it was like, yeah, that's the truth. Saga Anderson was white in Alan Wake 1. Suddenly she's black, the main character. Alan Wake is killed off because, of course, get that dude out of here. Nope. Someone says, dude sees a woman in real life. It says, woke, see baby ink, and runs away. I say, I will only do that for Kim Belair herself. Screen got taken. Because I was erased as well. And let's see here. Comments on CD Party Red, affected by woke DIC baby agenda. Plus Dragon Age Veilguard reviews removed. I said, don't worry, dude. Game is not dying. Those woke DI pusher companies are. Sunglasses emoji. Then, so it says, yes, but we will lose our amazing games we could have had. Now we have to wait for small and non-DI developers to create new IPs. I thumbs up. I said, true, and while it's sad to lose awesome legendary studios, will lead to getting a gaming renaissance. Let's see, DI email. Wait. Okay, so you guys next time check me out on YouTube, DeviantArt.